I think 100% it was, he loved the lifestyle. He loved walking into a place and having everyone like, oh, it's Tom Girardi and, the Red Sea parting for him. Yeah, I do think so. I think it's a bit of the Napoleon complex. I do.
I mean, I know a lot of people like that where they lead with their money and you're like, this is not impressive. This does not impress me.
No.
It's the opposite usually. You don't think it was to keep her, or you think they were just the same and they both loved it?
I mean, if we believe that he was cheating on her and she says he was cheating on her, obviously something was amiss, that he was going outside of the marriage for something else. So it can't be that he was that in love with her, right? I don't know.
That's the other thing. Like, we talk about contradiction. So she says, look at me. I just found out all this horrible stuff about my husband, which is what she said tonight. Like, sorry. How do you think I feel? And then last week she's talking about like panties she finds in the office. So it's like, it's not, these are two opposite things, right? Like,
tonight she said how much she loved him and like how this was just she couldn't believe it. How she was shocked when she heard all this.
I think it's all happening so quick. Like, even Andy is like, none of them are understanding. Like, you need to like step back and listen. There's so many holes in the story. But
when there's holes, you come to the conclusion that you're being fed a bunch of BS and you pick and choose what rings true and what makes sense.
She just wanted as much money as possible.
And she wants to be famous. She wants, I think, this is the psychology of it. She wants to be loved. She wants to be adored. She doesn't have the emotions that she should have gotten as a child from, having that kind of maternal, love from a mother or father. And yeah, I think she's a survivor. And I think she just operates on that plane of taking care of herself, and she cannot, and she has made her life based on her looks, what she deems as her talent, you know what I mean? What she can market as a talent. I mean, that is a little shady that I said it that way, I'll own it. But that is her shtick. That's her thing. And it's done.
Yes, but this is where, like, did your new friend that texts you all day with his narcissist statement, Nate. We'll give a shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate.
Oh, and we have to give another shout out afterwards. But
Jessica, yeah,
we have to talk about Jessica. But Nate, that's the thing about narcissists. Like, that's their trick. Like,
yep.
They make it seem like they're up here and you're down here. So they'll make you feel like shit about yourself. But in reality, they're the most miserable people in the world.
She's textbook
narcissist, right? Like, you are like, it seems like you're not, because I know plenty. Like, you're miserable, yep. Right? So that's the MO, is like, you'll make it seem like you're the prize, but it doesn't matter. You go to bed miserable.
That's it.
Right after she has a show at Chicago Broadway opening, everyone's bowing down. You feel good. You do feel good. But an hour later, when that wears off and you're home alone, you're miserable.
It's and like that is also why
never be enough.
And because she cannot, she doesn't have the she doesn't have the ability to feel for anyone else. That is why she can't feel for the victims. It's all about her. She really is. I don't know. I mean, I'm vacillating between feeling sorry for her and saying that she's so she really, it's not fair in a lot of ways. Like, she's, it's kicking the dog, it's kicking the puppy, and kicking someone when they're down. But she has to get help with it. She really does. She's got to go find someone. And maybe she is. Who knows? She said, you don't know what I'm doing. Maybe we don't. Maybe she's going to fix it and she's going to come back and be likable, and we can cheer for her to come back. And everyone loves to give someone a second chance if it's genuine and they really do see, their ways and they want to correct it.
Listen, a normal, rational person who just filmed this past season of Beverly Hills, as it was happening, and now you've watched it back and you've seen your castmates and listen, you would think now that the cameras are rolling for the new season, right, you would think that it would be like a 360 of Dorit doing her confessional, like, I don't even know who this is. I've never seen this person before.
Right.
That is what a normal, rational human being would do. You've watched it with the rest of us.
Right.
So you've read all the comments. You're responding to people. Andy just told you that everybody hates you on the reunion. You would think someone would say, I better, because that's what other housewives do. They're like, I better figure this out and edit myself and pretend of being, I mean, that's what they do. They all pretend to be someone, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's right. If she comes back and it's like a 180, well, that'll make for an interesting season. And there will be people that will will slowly come around. Not most. Most will be like, it's bullshit, but one person at a time.
I think she can't hide who she really is, though. And she has to do some serious work to keep that side at bay. That's not good. That's an ugly head that's going to rear every time someone says something. She's, what are you, it's going to be like, and next week we're going to get when she calls Sutton the bitchy F&C with the teeth snarled again.
Sutton is just sitting there being like, I'm not afraid. There's like a million people on the couch and like,
yeah.
I go back to like, they all look at her like, I don't want to be you. Like,
no one wants to be her. No one wants that. Nobody would want that life.
I just wonder if Kyle and Dorit are gonna grow up here. And no, to answer the question when we started, do I think that Rinna thinks that they're really good friends? No. If after this next season, Andy was like, we're not bringing you back, I guarantee you Rinna would never speak to her again, ever.
Because I don't think they really have anything in common. No.
That's where I think Rinna is just, I've said this before, she just cares about Rinna and Harry and the kids. I don't think she's as, like, I agree with you, when it's over, she might say, like, I did what I had to do. But I feel that she's not going to stick up for Eric. I mean, listen, after Denise, it was like, I thought that was her friend. I mean, who is
Wait,
Rinna?
with friends like that, you don't need enemies.
Well, like, who is Rinna really, truly friends with at the core on this show? Nobody.
No one. I will say this. I thought that was kind of weird in a way that, your castmates and everything, but the whole thing is to be like your friends. And when they, people are watching the show, you think these are a group of women friends that get together and call each other and hang out. No, it wouldn't work that way. These cannot be friends. These are people that have to find something to tear down and be competitive with, and be willing to, throw it in the trash to make a show. Because, and it's really at that stage of the game, whoever wins the argument and is willing to make a bigger scene or fool of themselves, bigger victor, whatever the case may be, that's the person who's going to get a contract to be on the show next year. And the person who rolled over and didn't deliver is probably gone.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, when you sign and you're back, I mean, if it's not your real friend, like, you don't care. Like, Rinna, like, does Rinna have, is there anyone sitting there that she would not steamroll over to come back? And Kyle too. I'm not picking on Rinna. All of them. Dorit too. I don't know about Crystal. I don't know if Crystal got them. And Sutton's honest, and they would do anything. The money, it's like, we're not in season 3 here. We are not. This is like,
right. Yeah.
Forget about Erika. You think Erika makes 600? I guarantee you Kyle is like 9 something. Rinna's like, they're all like 1 million. This is real money.